Today we are over in Lanark, just about to go and do a home consultation for our client. So why don't you come on in with us and we'll show you what we get up to. I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, it's so nice to see you. Come in, welcome. Welcome to Hope House.
Hi.
It's so good to have you here.
Yes.
Let's take a little look around.
Perfect.
So if you come in here,
Yep.
This is the living room. This house was actually the police house.
Amazing.
So that's like a bit of the history about the house. And
Yes.
I love it because from the outside, it looks like small and quaint and like cottage vibes. And then you come in and it's all these like gorgeous high ceilings and there's like the light. I remember when I first came to see it. And it's so funny actually, like I knew instantly as soon as I seen the listing online. Aww. And I genuinely feel like I had been manifesting this house into my life because it was something that I was working on. The house I had been living in, I had honestly experienced a lot of trauma and heartbreak living in that house. I went through a really terrible time with my health and it was just very turbulent. And I found myself like not really able to move forward whilst I was still living in that space. And so I put a lot of time, energy, intention, visualization into dreaming up the new space that was going to help me heal, that was going to help me recover. And then one day I seen the listing and as soon as I clicked I was like, that's the house.
Yeah, that's amazing.
The house. So very neutral, as you can see. That's sort of my general aesthetic. I'm not really one for colour.
That's fine.
But yeah, just incredible. Like I actually haven't done a huge amount since I moved in. And every little thing that I have done has taken so much deliberation. So like even the smallest things I'm like, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know. So I don't often trust my judgment when it comes to interiors because I would just have everything black and white and minimal and not a huge amount of furniture. But I know that that's not necessarily ideal living.
Right, okay. So what I've actually just kept my head there and we said you're very neutral, but in here you've actually used your books as little features and you've got your flowers and like, so it's not adding colourful statement pieces, it's more your personable pieces that are coming through that way.
Okay, oh that's good.
So that's a nice thing. And that's maybe how you don't notice them as being a colour because it's something that means something to you, but it's actually bringing a bit of like, you know, positivity in the room because you're filling it though with things that matter.
And they do like, I'm intentional about like the Vogue that I keep. I keep the ones that have a particular meaning to me, and
there's something in it.
There's something in it, like my most favourite book of all time that's completely changed my life, which is the Manifest book. Like, so yeah, that's nice. I've never thought about it that way before.
So that's a good one.
Okay, so this is the living room.
Yeah, so much light in here though, with the corner window. I love that.
Is that like a dual aspect? Is that what you call that?
Yeah, and I love that even though you've got your telly unit and your TV, it's not like your feature. Like it's not. It's the looking out the window, and from what I can see in this room, like you've got your kind of relaxing place there, but this is maybe like morning coffee spot.
That's right.
So there's like loads you can do in here, and it's not just being used as a sit down, and which I know you're not like anyway. So you've got so you've got it set up.
A lot more time with this, to be honest.
But like it's set up for what it needs to be used as, and it's light and airy as well. Probably do you get like with, as the day goes on, the sun maybe comes through one window and then goes to the next one. Does that happen?
Because it's quite a built up street. There's never really like a strong stream of sun coming in. Like it's normally just kind of like this, which I actually really like. I don't know why, but I don't like when the sun is like absolutely blasting through. But this little nook is like reading my book. Like coffee spot, like meditation. Like this is, but also that's clearly a very high maintenance chair.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of like discipline if there's people in the house.
Yep. Don't sit there.
Please don't sit there. I'll just sit there. It's not like the most welcoming environment.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I love it. I love it. I just love it.
It's nice, really. And what I like about in here is it is really simple, but what the house is giving you the detail.
That's right.
Because you've got the panelling detail in here, you've got the kind of slightly higher ceiling with the more detailed cornice. So you don't actually need to add as much of your own elements to it. It's more what can you do that's going to complement what's already there.
Amazing.
Because the house is given it.
The house has given it.
The house is given it.
Yeah.
You just need to add your personal spin to it. But detail wise it's there, and it's how do we work with that.
Hey, come on through. I only like bought the dining table a few months ago, like just slightly before Christmas. It was boxes, there's still boxes. Like I have this lovely feature, don't even get me started on this fireplace thing.
Right, okay.
Like, that needs to go. It needs to go. It drives me crazy.
So what is it about the fireplace? Is it like, why does it need to go?
Well, because it's horrendous.
Yeah, but is it the shape of it? Is it the colour of it?
The colour.
What about the
colour, the shape, I don't use it.
So you wouldn't have a fire in here anyway?
Absolutely
right.
not.
Okay.
No, I will get rid of it. But what I would also say, so I think this room has huge potential, and to be honest, I almost made this my office because I love the light in here so much. But it felt like, and I spend a lot of time in my office.
Yeah.
So I have a international life coaching business.
Yes.
That I run alongside like a corporate career in marketing and brand strategy, and so I spend a lot of time working. And I just thought like, oh my gosh, how good would it be to be in this room all the time?
Yeah.
But then I don't want to have my office right in the heart of the home.
Yeah,
it's a living space.
I can see what you mean by that, but it's also a high traffic area. Because at night time, if you want to go and make yourself a cup of tea,
that's right. If I'm on call,
you're then walking through. If somebody else is in the house and they're walking through your space.
Yeah, I mean I'm alone, but
yeah. Sorry.
No, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like
that's what I mean. Like, just to clarify.
No, I wouldn't here. No, but
like guests and like say you are having maintenance in to do something, they're going to need to walk through your
100%.
space.
And like the work that I do is obviously highly confidential,
yes.
right? And so I don't. It needs to be tucked away behind the door. Totally agree. But I'd also thought about like I love the so I'm going to take up piano lessons, and I love the idea of having a piano in here.
Okay.
But I just think like the size of table that I've bought, there's probably not quite space for it.
Okay. But then the other alternative to that is once that fire goes, you're going to get like a dimension there that you can move over.
Yep.
The other thing with that though is if you like piano, this table and built-in storage up there, that might be a problem, because then it's like, what wall are you going to put your piano?
Yeah,
against?
And I'd always seen it kind of sit in that corner, to be honest with you, that's where I'd seen it. But I think the priority in here, so this is actually quite a functional room because I'm a gym girl.
Yeah.
And I'm like in and out of like training and trainers all the time. I go hiking, so I've got like my rucksacks, and I don't know why this is the space, but no matter how much I try to have discipline about putting my trainers and my shoes up the stairs in the wardrobe, I need my shoes down here.
Yeah,
so I need to throw my shoes on quickly to go out, and so I end up with like a million trainers in this room, and so I need something that is like tucked away, but also still like functional and practical. Okay,
so see when you're talking about storage for this wall here, would you be buying the storage or would you be getting like bespoke like joinery work to fit the space properly?
I haven't considered it, to be honest with you. I had assumed I would buy something, and I had been looking. But I hadn't really. Okay, it's just something to think about with if you're trying to maximise the rest of the space. Like obviously you can buy stuff or you can get like what you've had done upstairs. Yeah. Just to make sure that you're using the space properly, because obviously you've got a bit of ceiling height that you could take up. Yep. There's a slight dip here, but your storage would come out past that just to make space for like a shooty life flat. Do you know what I mean? Right. Okay. And just by buying, like, sometimes with shop bought furniture it'll fit the space, but it could still be better, because then you might have a gap like this at the side, and then it's like, well, that's just another dead space. Yeah, totally. I've never even thought about it. Because like that's why upstairs works, because it's literally taking up the full thing. Okay,
And
amazing.
sometimes you need the little nooks and cranny spaces for like the oddest little things.
Yeah,
where
like
it's not
books
just
or candles.
Yeah, and you know, maybe some things that are on that shelf could
Could be
used.
over there. Love
Then
it.
that could be your piano music stand.
Love that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right.
This is my office.
Yes.
And I spend a significant amount of my time
Okay.
in here. So a few things. It's off centre.
Yes.
The window doesn't sit at the centre point of the room.
Yes.
Equally, the light doesn't sit in the centre point of the room. I hate that the desk is here, but I don't want to feel like I'm sitting up against the wall necessarily. It's absolutely driving me crazy that I've got boxes out when you're in here filming. Honestly, it's driving me wild that that's in that corner.
Can't see it.
Can you not? Okay, good. Please do not film those boxes. Zoom in. I bought this desk. I had some surgery last year, and when I was recovering, the surgery was really major and I couldn't really sit down. And so I wanted to buy like a stand-sit desk. And again, because I spend so much time, and they do say that sitting is the new smoking.
Oh yes.
Oh my God. I know. So anyway, I bought this desk because it was the nicest of the stand-sit desks I could find. It's actually quite narrow. It was fairly expensive, so it's not like I'm looking to get rid of it. But yeah, this space is just not a vibe, actually.
Okay.
Like, it definitely needs, like this side
Yeah,
is
it's nice.
probably okay. Like I've got it sort of set up fine, but it's not functioning and I'm not enjoying my time in here.
Yep. Right. Okay. So I've just kind of see when you don't want your desk up against the wall, because obviously then you'll be looking at the wall. I take it maybe you've got it in line with the window so that you can slightly look over to the window when you're working.
I think it was kind of like I was trying to find a space where I'm not so close to the door.
Yeah.
I did when I first moved into this room. I had it facing the other way, but this whole cable spaghetti junction situation drives me wild. And so walking in and
then seeing that first.
cables, I was like, it's going to need to face it. I would prefer it, but actually I like that backdrop.
Yeah.
But what I maybe would have done if it hadn't been for cables is I would have had all of this on this back wall.
Yeah.
And then at least all of this for like maybe armchairs and a wee rug. And, do you know what I mean? Like.
Right, okay. What other plug sockets do you have in here? So there's one there. I take it you've got ones
There's
over.
one there, but that's it. So because it's an older property, there's not a lot of like power points, and so that's why you've also got like trailing, what are they called? Extension cables and things like that.
Right, okay.
There's cables everywhere.
Right, okay. I've got a couple of ideas for layout in this room, but I will sketch them out for you. And
Wonderful.
see what you think?
Awesome.
Right.
I like that it's open and spacious. I don't want to fill it full of things.
Yep. You've got a generous window here, which brings the light directly, to where we're standing. It's kind of like in line with our heads at the moment. I do think in this space, what you've actually got, which is a lovely feature, is this curve.
The curve.
So it's another natural shape that your house has given you, which is actually a nice contrast to, the kind of rectangular way that the stairs go. It's really kind of breaking it up so it doesn't feel clumpy.
Love it.
And what you're saying about the space, your banister kind of does that for you, because it's like made from pillars with the gaps in it.
Yeah.
So it feels like, how you can see all the way through to the back. That's what makes the face feel bigger and less kind of boxed in.
Yeah, love it. Love it.
Yeah, and these doors as well, like I said, your house is giving it to you. So these doors being here, you've got like just the nice details of the panelling and even the door there as well.
Yeah, and the fact that
It's just like a wee bit extra than what you would normally get.
Yeah, it's amazing. I don't know who's getting up that loft, it's tiny, but not me. So my dressing room was all custom.
Okay.
I had an incredible company called the Sister Method come.
Amazing.
And they are like home organisation experts, and I like to shop. And I had like reels and reels and reels and reels and reels of clothes with like just no order to it at all. It was like clothing chaos, and I needed a better system. And so the girls came, they helped me separate all my things out. We sold loads, gave loads to charity, we threw out a lot, and then this was all built custom, and it's honestly completely changed my life, because now I have, like, it sounds very boring, but like order and system to my clothes. But
that's so important for yourself.
It's so important.
Because like I was actually thinking on the way up here, just like how much time do we waste trying to find things, and how it actually sets you up for a bad day when you can't find something. You leave the door and you're like, oh, now you're agitated. So being able to have organisation in your life is so important for your well-being.
Yeah.
In general.
Love that. So good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very nice. Just having good mirrors. You know, you do need that.
I film a bit of content in this space, I'm not going to lie. Like, I love it. And actually, what my intention was, so I have, like, this is a brilliant sofa bed that I bought.
Oh, is that?
Yeah,
you wouldn't even know if it was a sofa bed?
Yeah, I spent ages, like, trying to find the perfect one.
Yeah.
Like, and it just matches, right? Like, the style of it's in keeping with the rest of the house.
Yeah. It's kind of like modern meets vintage. See, with the buttonhole pattern on it, and also the round cushions.
Yeah, the round cushion. I love that.
And you've got wooden legs as well, which kind of features in. It's all the little details that elevate it.
Yeah. You know, like to be in here, maybe doing some yoga.
Okay.
Reading my magazines, like sitting up here. And just enjoy the space a bit more.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I love it.
So I think from this room then you've kind of nailed it with having your storage already built in, because it's probably freed up a lot of space in the room already from maybe where you used to have rails out.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the chaos of trying to find things, whereas now everything's in its place. So now you've freed up all this space. So perfect for, you know, doing your yoga in here in the morning, sitting here. And it then takes it out of, you know, your living room and other areas where you're trying to use them for other things.
Yeah, and
it's
I work
good for
from the stairs.
Yeah,
so this becomes like a non-working
space. You know, you get ready over here, you come in here in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
And before you even go downstairs, you've already done a bit of yoga. You've sat and journaled, or, you know, set your intentions for the day.
Yeah.
And then when you're downstairs, obviously you walk by your office, now you're like, right, it's time for work mode.
Yeah, totally. Look at that.
Yeah. But there's like wee bits, like how things make us feel better.
Oh, I can't wait to do this. Thank you so much.
It's all about mind being, but you can take that.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, love it. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Yeah, there's definitely some lovely stuff in that that'll help you. So, I think there's another little thing over here. So I'm going to have, so I know that we like this being your backdrop.
Yes.
Does it need to be your backdrop, or like would you have a plain backdrop? Because one of the options I was thinking is you could move your like table over into the kind of like along the window, but then that means there wouldn't be space for that behind it. The other option could be that you move that. Sorry, this way, move it, like you could move it to that way, and then you could have your sideboard put into it there.
Interesting, never thought about that. Yep.
Like, so obviously you would walk in and see it, but then your cables would be like completely hidden in this corner.
Yeah.
So that could work, because obviously that could work, and then you just have your other thing over here, maybe like your printer thing, or your other stand that you've got your books.
Yeah, or like a couple of armchairs on the table or something.
You definitely have like a wee chair there.
Love that idea. And would you suggest that it sits out from the window, or would you, if I'm going to put it there, do we just put it against the window?
I think it depends what this dimension is.
Right.
Because you obviously need to make sure you've got space for your own chair and to get in and out. But that room again, it's like a pretty square room.
Yeah.
I would say the measurements are the same either way.
Okay.
And by putting, you know, your table here, you're still then looking out the window.
Yeah, that's a good. I've never even thought about putting it that way, because I think I see everything like, and I know everybody does this, although I'm going to say that and that's not what I've done at all, but like walls.
Yeah.
Like, hoops around against the wall, and I haven't put it against the wall. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
But okay, love this.
So I think that could be an idea in there. And then you've still got, you know,
like you're just an absolute ton away as well.
You've got your plug socket here, so you've got a lamp there. I think you've got your printer.
Yeah.
And for your cable dilemma, I think your cables are going to run up here and then there.
Right.
It would just be a matter of getting like little clips.
Little cable clips.
And just, yeah, and then have you seen the ones that you can now get and they go like under your desk?
No.
That, I don't know if it would work though because you've got a standing desk.
I know, but I don't actually stand at it.
You
spend a fortune on a standing desk and points it down all the time.
Little clips you can get that will go under your desk, so your cable clip.
And it's not hanging loose.
And so it's not just dangling like in a diagonal.
Oh, you've changed my life.
So you clip it to there.
If you measure what it is standing, what it is sitting, and then leave the extra that runs through, right?
Yeah. But it would sit nicely, it would probably sit a nice curve or something.
Rather than hanging.
Rather than a diagonal.
Trail.
Rather than a trip hazard.
Multiple trip hazards in that room.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Love it.
That's what I think
Okay.
in there. Yeah. So the plug socket's there, think about the cables, and then you've got the option of, because you're taking that out of the room as well, you've then freed up this full space.
Full space?
Then you've got the option of doing your, what would you call it, like conference calls style here, and then maybe if you wanted to do your own type of content but still go officey, then you can sit over here.
Genius.
So, and you could do that from, you know, this angle with just a little sneak peek of your window, or you could do it from this angle, and you could get, I know you've got your little shell picture gift that you got here, but you could put something else here. And actually branded, maybe like Sheryl, like who.
Well, do you know what, I'd actually rather put that over here.
Yeah.
So that is up and down from my thing. Do you know why? Because see, when I'm on corporate calls, I don't have it out.
Yeah.
But see, when I put it out for coaching calls, because it makes me feel like a badass motherfucker, to be honest with you, right? Yeah. And so I'm like, I want that out, but because I'm living this like double life, that's what it feels like sometimes. I'm living a double life.
So I think then that could be your setup for the time being.
Yes.
And obviously when it comes to a time, you can do the back over there.
Love it.
Nail it on the wall.
Nail it on the wall. Get 5 more.
Yeah.
The wall Sheryl.
Something like for this side that maybe, because the thing with your business and brand is loads of little elements.
Yeah.
Maybe like down the line think of doing a big piece that maybe ties everything in together.
Yeah. Absolutely, I love that.
I mean, in a way that I don't see what we call like the branding things when you go to stalls and it's like
a pop-up.
Like I don't see that in your room.
No.
It's but like something that says what that would say without a.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Like just as a branding, because you do need that in your, you know, like in the back of your business background filming. There needs to be something that says who you. Yeah. For that side, but more for that side of as well. So see, like, I quite like when branding's online and you know they're filming from their chair and that's their space, because then it becomes recognisable.
Well, that's it, and you build affinity with that. That's right, because you build a connection and affinity. But actually, what's also good is because I consistently film in some spaces, then when I have like creative variation. So if I film myself, see if I film something in the car, like it's huge engagement because people are like, oh, where is she? She's not in an office. She's not in the gym. And so, like, because people get creative fatigue as well, so it's good to keep it interesting. I love all of this, by the way. That's so clever.
So that's
love it.
So that's basically space planning, because what we're thinking about is how are you using this space? What do we need to have in there?
Right.
And it's not really about your decor at all.
No, it's not about decor.
It's about like how functional spaces work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something I really like. I love thinking. So I actually just done a corporate job this week. It's for accountants. I've never been in a corporate office before. They were all so casual. I was like, these are accountants actually like suits and all of that.
What office? Where were you?
So I was in West George Street.
Right.
It's on the end. So it's actually on Hope Street as well. Like, because it's the corner block.
You've been in Hope Street a lot this week.
It's on the corner block. But I was just in the CAD plans, so the space one. And what we're saying is, right, so people are going to come in and then they're going to dump their lockers there and then they'll go around and sit there. And when clients come in, they do not want to see you making a cup of tea in your lunch break. So that needs to go, So it's like all about that, and right, can't put lockers there because that's not really fair on the people that are sitting there. It needs to go somewhere else. And I really like stuff like that.
Yeah, I love that.
Like you knows every people how
how do you walk about the space? Tell me everything and then we'll design it accordingly.
Yeah.
Love it.
So yeah, that's what I would
love it.
That space.
Yep.
I'd say your furniture will fit, no problem. I don't really need to measure.
No, it'll fit. I just need a strong mind to move that.
You might even find that, like, see, having your table there, you might, or like even up against the wall, Like you could put some shelving for things that maybe you need quick access to.
That's a great idea.
Like things that maybe right now do you need to also get up off your table to get something from?
No, just turn the little space heater on. The cheek of me putting a space heater on might keep the house as warm as this.
But like just something that's maybe like you need pleasure against a wall, like.
Yeah, so that desk actually has 2 teeny little drawers underneath it. They're really streamlined, and I swap laptops. Same with double life of mine.
Yeah.
I need to swap laptops back and
Right,
forth.
okay.
So like close one down, put it in the drawer, take the other one out, right, back
Okay.
ready for coaching mode. Close it down, right, okay, I need to go back into corporate mode. It's wild.
Yeah. Right, okay.
Okay, love it.
That's that.
Yeah, love it. It's so good.
So for the room I want to speak about is your dining.
I'm so glad you're here. See, even when you said I want to speak about your dining room, I had a little bit of dread in my heart because it's like just not giving me joy.
Yeah. So again, your rooms are quite nice because they're all kind of square and symmetrical. It's very like such a symmetry house. It's nice that. So you come in here and there's a slight thing and then you've got a window and another door here. So the one thing that I noticed straight away when I walked in that room was that your light at the top, if you're keeping your dining room table where it is, the light needs to be bigger.
The light is horrendous.
But like a different light.
It needs a different light. It should
A
be much bigger,
but
right?
it needs to be bigger. The proportion is slightly off and it's making your dining table actually look bigger anyway because the light is smaller. So I would suggest, depends if you wanted, because you said about the piano as well. So
yeah, but that's not the priority. The priority is to get that space functional and looking better. So light is a priority.
So
I hate that light. Same in here. That shouldn't be like that.
Like
Like
you could get away with a lower light in here.
Oh, I'm excited to buy lights.
Yes.
Okay.
You could definitely get away with lower in here because of how high the ceiling is. But in here you can either go for, so I think like going for a pendant of 3 would be nice.
Okay.
To take up the length
Yes.
of the space.
Yes.
And also it's like a clear guide from the window and then light and then
light.
And then it's like, it's quite streamlined so it's still quite clean.
Like a runoff of light.
So you could do that. Obviously you've then got a nice alcove here.
Yes.
And that fire's going to go.
That fire
So
has to go.
I'm not drawing it in.
I don't even know how to get rid of it, but someone will help me.
Right. So what you could have, if you made this built in, so I know we spoke about could you do I think what's been done upstairs, you can see how it works better because it's literally touching. I think, say if you were just to buy something and then like if it's got like say a 300mm gap here, we're then going to look at that and go, it's still not finished, something's missing. Whereas see if you just get it all done, and then even if you know you do like similar to upstairs where one of the or 2 of the doors have the mirrors in them, because that's.
And are you thinking like floor to ceiling?
Yeah.
Are you? Oh my god. I don't even think I'd be able to reach the top if it was floor to ceiling.
Yeah, but like you would have. So would you? I think just floor to ceiling to make it cleaner.
Clean. Okay.
Just
you're the expert. I hate you're the expert. I'm totally whatever you think.
Just to make it cleaner, because there's still like it will just make it look. What's the word? Like it's then there'll be this other thing like right. What's that harsh line there?
It needs to be like
yeah.
Like complete.
Yeah. Just put it to the ceiling. Like. It's up to you if you wanted to mix. Would you have it a mix of just open shelving?
I would have some open shelving.
Yeah, so then that will break it up a wee bit. And see by having open shelving, that will be, so see what I said about the stairs, you can see through the pillars to the back wall. So that makes the space look bigger. By having open shelving, that makes the space look bigger.
Right.
Because you can see through it.
And how deep do you think it should be?
Deep enough for where you're going to keep jackets in it?
Not jackets,
shoes.
Shoes, it'd be good if I could keep my gym bag in it.
Right, okay, so, but you can keep, if it's going to be deep, I would say maybe...
But then you don't want it sticking out though, right?
I would say maybe like 300 is the... 300 is kind of your depth of a wall unit in your kitchen.
Right.
So maybe that is, what you need is it deep enough for your shoe.
Right.
And then your gym bag could be horizontal.
To be fair, I could keep my gym bag somewhere.
So that's like a wall unit covered.
And so when you're coming in through that door, that's obviously going to sit out a wee bit, but will that matter?
Not really.
No? Okay.
Because you're, Your door's
Just walk
there
in.
anyway.
There's no door.
Oh right, okay.
So it would just be here, but that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll show you this at the end.
Cool.
We'll measure it up.
Okay.
And I'll give you some what I think. But really, if it's
You
just
send me a couple of wee ideas of what you think that should be in that space.
right, okay.
I can't
So,
picture.
so you want to maybe look? It would be called like a boot room.
Right.
So I'll actually show you something now.
Okay.
Pinterest. It's going right down. Boot room.
Thank you for
So
doing this.
something. So it could be a mix of things.
So I've had a consultation with Ashley from Afta Interiors today, and to be quite honest, I'm absolutely blown away by the time, the consultation. I'm also like surprised at how like emotional it was, because obviously your space that you live in is very important. But Ashley just has this really incredible way of taking time to understand like how you use each space and how do you currently feel in that space and what's working and what's not working and how do you see yourself, you know, living here in the future, and just took time to listen and understand and actually like just really connect, which was lovely. And then the second half of the consultation was us sitting down together, Ashley kind of sketching out what she, you know, could see in the space, suggestions, ideas, colours, which is very interesting for me because I'm strong in the neutrals. And I've actually learned a lot. I'm excited about some of the spaces in my home that hadn't quite been giving me any joy. And honestly, it was just an incredible hour and a half that I would definitely recommend people take the time and reach out to Ashley to make sure that they're maximising their space or just living in a gorgeous environment to just really thrive from.